Well, it's 21 days until we leave for our trip, and Dean's had a bit of bad news. His stepmum's passed away and he's had to go up to Doncaster to see his dad because his dad's very upset, and of course everybody's upset. So I'm in the garage and I'm looking at Dean's bike, because when we went down to Wales it used an awful lot of oil and it was smoking, so we had a compression test and it turned out that, you know, it wasn't very good. So I've completely stripped the engine down and I've found we've got some huge problems. So the best option was to try and get another complete engine. So we hunted high and low and we found one. Dean bought the new engine, absolutely lovely engine. Nothing much too wrong with it at all, apart from the final drive bearing had gone, and that usually means when the chain's too tight it puts a lot of strain on the final drive on the engine and it just wears the bearing out, and here's the culprit here. Of course, this is where your pistons go on your con rods. That spins round, up and down, drives the engine round. You've got a load of gearbox and everything that goes through here, and on the end of here, your sprocket where your chain, which drives your back wheel, goes. And as the engine drives it round, that drives the chain, that drives the back wheel. But what they do, they over tighten the chain, which puts a lot of strain on this bearing, and it's worn this bearing out. That's not good.
It seems like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. But I'm a little bit of a geek and I quite like it.
Rob was right about the engine, and he'd spent so many hours repairing my bike, it meant that he didn't have time to check his own before going on the trip. So the least I could do was book both bikes in for a full health check at our local Honda dealer. We'd built up such a great relationship with Honda over the last few months with parts and support that we knew our bikes were in good hands. And we rode away confidently with a clean bill of health.
Now you're fitting a sat nav, and you're fitting a sat nav to mine.
You're fitting your sat nav to yours.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Why do I have to take all mine apart and you're sitting on yours doing it without it being taken apart?
Well, I'll do it in a minute.
Oh, you're doing it the other way around?
Yeah.
Just checking, because I thought it might be a joke.
No, it's no joke.
You might think, what the hell is he doing? But I'm protecting Rob's floor because I'm just about to take the fuel off, and fuel normally drips out, and if I drip fuel on his garage floor, he gets a bit annoyed. But then, of course, you've got to turn the tap off.
You're doing really well, Dean.
Yeah, I'm doing great over here. Oh, come on, you monkey. That's been put on the wrong way, then. No, I double-checked that.
You didn't?
No, I didn't, obviously. The thing is, it always goes wrong when Rob's here. When I'm at home, right, everything goes perfectly. Whenever Rob's here, right, it always goes wrong. This is where I copy Rob's now, so I let him do it, and then, of course, I just go back to the template and copy his. It's easy, isn't it? Instructions? Who needs instructions? Right, it's 8:10, Thursday evening. We're there. I've just wired in sat nav, and I'm just going to check if see if it works. We've had to wire it in, get it fused, and all the other things that goes wrong, and all the things that need checking. So we've checked everything. I've just got to put the bike back together again for the last time. This is probably, and hopefully, the last time I'm going to have to do this, tank and everything else. But the thing with sat navs, particularly the Garmin one I've got here, has got to be wired into ignition, because obviously you don't want to be draining your battery when you're not using it. So this is the test. Does it come on when I turn on ignition? And if it doesn't, he'll laugh. It works!
I'm really surprised.
We're done. I'm going to see you in the morning, bright and early. What time? 9 o'clock? Leave?
Yeah.
We're leaving at 9 o'clock, so I'll see you then.
The next morning, I get a text from Rob telling me exactly where we're going. Leaving the UK, we're going into France, then Belgium, Germany, across to the Czech Republic, down through Austria, into Italy, and then we'll follow the south coast of France into Spain to meet Dave and Craig for my final surprise. Now, I was a bit concerned because the last time I met those two, it ended in tears. Swan and I had never seen eye to eye about this trip because she couldn't understand why I was going. But I'd made my mind up. It didn't make it any easier saying goodbye, though.
Go and get my partner in crime, I suppose.
As I left, it dawned on me. I was going to have to ride over 4,000 miles to get back home. Isn't life funny? It only seems like yesterday I was sitting in Rob's kitchen complaining about my life going down the plug hole. The next thing, I'm on a motorbike heading for Europe. I'm not saying this has been easy. I've even had to sell my car to pay for it all. But I had a funny feeling it was going to be worth it because I was finally doing something I wanted to do. And I was loving it. Before you know it, we're in France, heading for Germany. And we made it to Belgium before we set up camp. Although Belgium's famous for its chocolates, all we were interested in was a beer and a good night's sleep.
Oh, look at that.
There's something about the great outdoors that really puts things into perspective. I couldn't have avoided the things that have happened to me, and now I realise I've spent far too long living my worries instead of living my life.